Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Two Old Farts. My name is Chuck.
I'm literally, brother, looking at 2 old farts, feeling just a little bit better.
Well, you were feeling a lot better last Sunday.
Well, it just comes and goes. You know, when you get old, that kind of stuff just happens.
Yeah. Today's a pretty special day. It's Eastern Orthodox Easter, or Orthodox Easter. Eastern Orthodox Easter. And it's Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
So Eastern Orthodox Easter, it's different than the Protestant or Catholic, whatever, Easter, because Eastern Orthodox falls after the Jewish celebration of Passover.
Okay.
Which is on a different calendar as well. So that's why this Easter is different than the regular Easter that most Americans and other people celebrate. Cinco de Mayo, it's a yearly celebration held on May 5th to celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862.
Yep, that was a while ago, huh?
1862, yeah. It's usually celebrated with parades and food and folk dancing and battle reenactments, but mostly margaritas, cervezas, and Mexican food. Basically, anything, tacos, enchiladas, nachos, burritos, whatever, you name it, Mexican food, we are down for it, like a fat kid on a cupcake.
Yeah. So what did you do today to celebrate it?
So after I got my hair cut, my wife and I went to our favorite Mexican restaurant, which we had just went to on Friday. And we went back today for like a brunch kind of thing. Had a couple of cervezas. She had a margarita and a, what do you call them? We call those things with orange juice and champagne. What do they call those things? Mimosas. Yeah, she had a mimosa.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, mimosa's not very Cinco de Mayo. It's not very, authentic, if you will. So she got a margarita after that. It was a watermelon margarita.
So what'd you guys have to eat?
The tacos gringos, which is a flour tortilla. Basically, it's like you can get it in chicken or beef. Basically, it's like fajita meat, onions, and and cheese and that kind of stuff. It's just almost like a quesadilla, but really thick. Not a lot of cheese, more on the meat.
Well, you guys go there a lot. That's one of your favorite places, right?
That is our happy place. That is the Disney World to us. That is our Magic Kingdom.
All right. So is your favorite guy working today?
No, our original favorite waiter, Carlos, he hasn't been there in a couple of years. Okay. But there's a group that we like to bounce between Manolo and his niece, Monica, Cesar, Ivan. Those are the guys that we like to bounce in between.
Yeah, it's nice when you find a place that you really enjoy and people are nice and and the service is great.
You feel like family and friends when we go there. It's like seeing old friends every time we go there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like going to Floors or some of those places like that we'll go to a lot. It's just.
But the people on a more intimate level than you and I know anybody at Floors.
Yeah, I don't know anybody at Floors, but I like the atmosphere. And,
yeah, it's really chill.
We've been going for a lot of years, and I don't recall any times that we've had like bad service or anything.
We've been going for more than 10 years, more than a decade.
Yeah, so it's fun. So.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, Eastern Orthodox Easter, Cinco de Mayo, and you know what yesterday was?
Now refresh my memory.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
No, but May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
No, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I saw some of that stuff on Facebook and some of the other stuff and things like that.
You'd see even more if you actually got on to our social media and posted some things. You have all the account information to log in. It's not a secret. You have it all.
Well, Well, I've been liking it on Facebook.
No, you need to log in under our account, not your account. The 2 Old Farts account.
Well, I tried to do that a couple times, and I kind of get
No,
lost.
you ain't tried, because if you tried, you would have called me and said, "Hey, I can't get in." Don't lie to these people. These are good people, Dad. All 10 of them every week that download our episode, they are good people. And I thank all 10 of you.
Anyway.
What, man? There's too much silence on the line. Come on, you got to talk.
Well, I was going to say, you got 3 daughters and I got 1 daughter. I looked up some stuff about daughters, some sayings and things like that. We talked about sons last week. So,
all right. Well, what were you going to say about daughters?
Well, the love between parents and daughters is a unique and powerful bond that endures throughout the years. And I just saw one of your daughters on Facebook. What's that with the beehives?
She wants to raise bees.
I think that's pretty neat, huh?
It's awesome.
Yeah. That's a big old truck she's moving that stuff around in yesterday, huh?
Yeah, that was Sam's truck.
Yeah.
That's the only truck he's got that has a bed, so that's why they used it.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. See that one picture she posted, she had the
bees keeper suit on,
yeah, kind of stuff, and moving the bees.
She had to take them out of that one thing and put them in their new home.
Yeah. Yeah. And, another one's daughters, sometimes you laugh with, dream with, and love them with all your heart.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I miss my daughters. All of them are out of the house.
That's the best kind, right?
Yeah, it can be. Like I said, I got a little spoiled with my oldest daughter living here in Texas for as many years as they did. And then now that they're off and in Washington, you're like, man, they're not going to be coming down at, in the summertime or at Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You kind of get used to it.
Did you see the picture of that garden there started?
I did, yeah.
That's pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's real nice.
Yeah. So it'd be fun to see what they grow and stuff like that. And speaking of gardens, I've got some tomatoes out of mine. I've been eating a couple of tomatoes from I got 2 tomato plants, one a little small one, like a grape tomato. The other one is just a regular tomato. They don't get very big, but they sure are flavorful.
When did you grow your tomatoes? Because, man, it's not even, well, it is May now, I guess. Yeah.
So I got them in a potted plant. I've been out in the backyard, stuff like that, and got a red bell pepper and a green bell. And the green bell peppers are coming along pretty good. They got some green ones on them. So I'll have some pretty soon. And my lemon bush, one of them's got quite a few little small lemons on. So we'll see how that goes. I like to mess around with that stuff, kind of takes me back with you, Granny, a little bit.
So speaking of May 4th and 5th, we've had a pretty good start to the month this month on the downloads. Okay. We've had exactly half as many downloads from out of the country as we've had from in the country. Can you believe that?
That's pretty good.
6 from the US, 4 from Canada, 1 from Australia, and 1 from the UK. Just like last month, Canada, Australia, UK. I'm excited. I'm happy. I mean, we have a consistent now international audience.
Yeah, especially getting those from Canada and some of those places. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, 4 from Texas, 1 from Iowa, 1 from Oregon, and here in the U.S.
Yeah, we got to get those 2 granddaughters you got back listening to us and download some stuff for us out in Washington.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
They've been downloading us from Google Chrome, Google Nest, Samsung, Alexa, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Those have all been the download sources.
Yeah, a lot of places to go and get it.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Totally digging it.
Well, next week, I hope we have a surprise. I hope I get my good friend Andrea Sarah come online with us.
Okay.
She and I have been friends since '99 when I first started with Whataburger. She's an area coach at Whataburger. They don't call them area managers anymore, but she's got like 7 or 8. I'm not sure exactly how many restaurants she got. downtown and AT&T Center and all that kind of stuff. Just a really tremendous person.
Nice.
Yeah, she's good to me. We get together every now and then, go out and have some breakfast, get with our good friend Jorge Garza. I'm about to reach out to him too. But it'll be fun to have her come on with us, and she talk about maybe tell some of the trade secrets I don't want her to tell.
Like what kind of trade secrets?
Huh?
What kind of trade secrets?
Well, not necessarily trade secrets, but probably some things I probably shouldn't have done. I did.
Oh, those aren't trade secrets. Those are just like, oh shit, you better not tell them stories.
So anyway, those are good things. So I look forward, and she's put together some swag bags for me. Your cousin Aubrey, her daughter plays volleyball, and she's actually doing pretty good. And Aubrey's actually coaching the team this year in the league. And anyway, they playing. We saw the game yesterday, and Bray got hurt. Braylon, he got I think a high ankle sprain, so she's going to miss the last couple of games. And she puts together a little swag bag and Whataburger stuff that we give to the girls just to tell them thank you and kind of encourage them with their sports and stuff like that.
Okay.
Andrew's really good about those kind of things. So I'm excited, looking forward to having her on. She can be kind of funny. She can be pretty damn funny sometimes.
Hey, I like your T-shirt that you got on. Where's that? What's on there? Luchenbach.
Where's Luchenbach?
It's in Luchenbach, Texas.
Luchenbach, Texas. That's about what, 50 miles from here?
Yeah, about 50 miles.
Something like that.
Waylon and Willie and the boys used to hang out there.
Willie's actually been there a couple of times.
Yeah, he has. He's going to be at Whitewater Amphitheater, I think, next week.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to be there. For 91 years old, he's still doing pretty good.
He's still out there.
Yes, sir.
Can't take nothing away from that.
No, you can't. And he still puts on a pretty good show, too. A little history about Luchenbach. It's about December 15th, 1847, a petition was submitted to Gillespie County to form Gillespie County from Bexar County and stuff like that. The oldest building in that combination, saloon, was opened in 1849. So it's been around a while. It was named after one of the founders, Carl Albert Luchenbach. And then what's funny about it, in 1904, the population was about 492. Then it kind of dropped down. In a few years, it became a ghost town. The population was 3. There's a newspaper article that said for sale. So this guy has 3 of them. Gooch Koch and Hondo Crouch, a rancher in Fort Lewis. They bought Luchenbach for $30,000 in 1970.
Okay, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, bought the whole town. So they still got it. They still got the little store where you can buy goods and stuff like that. I think the restaurant's still open, or you can buy snacks. And what I didn't know is, like on Sundays, local artists come in, and if you want to play it, one day we go up there and take your guitar up there and sit in and play a little bit. So,
well, I don't play guitar.
What do you play? You play the bass.
I play the bass.
Well, you play the bass. Somebody else may jump in and play the guitar or play something else. See,
but I don't play country music on the bass. I play punk rock.
You never know what you're gonna find in Luchenbach.
I play the punk rock.
There might be some punk rock up that area. It's not too far from.
I play some Ramones or some Misfits, maybe some Social Distortion.
Yeah, well,
I'm trying to learn how to play the Clash.
Yeah, well, it's not that far from Austin, about 60 miles from Austin, so you might be surprised what you run into.
We do need to get back up to Luchenbach. We haven't been in years.
No, we got to do some traveling before it gets too hot, because it's going to get hot pretty soon.
Yeah, let me look at the calendar. Do we have anything going on next weekend? No, I don't have anything going on next weekend. Maybe we can try to get something going that weekend.
All right. We'll see what we find out and go someplace and maybe have a cold one or something.
Yeah, we could try. I've got like 3 weeks off from concerts. I don't have another concert until the 21st of May. Can you believe that?
What's going on? You getting tired of
That-
something?
No, there's just nothing going on right now that I want to see.
Yeah.
The 21st is the Metal Crushes All Tour with Amon Amarth headlining, Cannibal Corpse with Obituary and Frozen Soul. I love all of those bands.
Well, who'd you go see this last week?
Last week with you, we saw Blackberry Smoke, didn't we?
Yeah, that was a good one, but you didn't go nowhere this past week besides what we did last week at Flores?
No, this past week, nothing.
That's surprising.
Well, yeah, because the previous 2 weeks I had, back-to-back weeks of concerts. Yeah, for like 3 weeks straight I had a concert. We had Clay Walker on the 13th, Adamant on the 17th, Social Distortion on the 19th, Terry Clark on the 25th, and Blackberry Smoke on the 26th. So, like I said, that's a lot of concerts.
That Blackberry Smoke was pretty good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. And looking forward to that George Thorogood coming up here in June or July?
George Thorogood. We got Molly Hatchet in June.
Yeah.
And almost 2 weeks after Molly Hatchet, we have George Thorogood.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah, but at the end of the month in May, I got 2 bands. One from the new wave of British heavy metal, Saxon, and then one, these are both British bands, from prior to that, Uriah Heep. It's 2 different kind of styles of music, both British, but you wouldn't normally want to put them together. It's kind of like peanut butter and mayonnaise.
Well, for me, that's a good blend. I like peanut butter and mayonnaise.
Well, and for a lot of people that do like peanut butter and mayonnaise, that is a good blend. I mean, I like Uriah Heep. I love Saxon. I just wouldn't normally put them together.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say, is you just normally don't see them together.
Put a little slice of pineapple in between there.
Oh, God, you...
Then you got a good sandwich. So that's what you got when you bring those bands together, right? You just put something in between them there, and you got some good music.
In the dictionary, next to the word hick, there's a picture of you. Because you about as country as you can be. You know that? You country.
Well, when you grow up in a country, that's you are country, right?
And buttermilk and cornbread.
No, I don't do the buttermilk. I do the sweet milk and cornbread, though.
Again, people, sweet milk is just whole milk.
Still sweet milk.
It's just milk, people. It's just milk.
Do it the way your granny used to do it. She milked them cows, and she had that old cloth you just lay across the top of the gallon jug. We'd pour the milk in and strain it, and then she'd put it in the refrigerator.
I guess that's all you need to do, right?
That's all you need to do. But your papa...
Y'all had a cow grow. Did y'all have a cow growing up?
Did we have a town?
Cow. God, you're
We had
deaf.
a lot of cows. We had mostly Jersey.
Was it for the milk?
Yep. We always had 2 or 3 cows, and always had 2 or 3 hogs we killed every year, salt them down, and put them in a smokehouse, keep them. Never killed any cows for beef, though. Always pork or chicken.
Yeah, I had chickens running around, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a lot of chicken running around. They hadn't worried about snakes too much because we had a couple of stray cats running around.
Yeah, between chickens and the stray cats, they'll keep the snakes away. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, and the one, you always remember certain things about life, right?
Mm-hmm.
One day, I don't know why I had to go from the back of the house. If you look at the back of our house, there's a little creek to run down, but so then it kind of come up, and there was some lands where we had some corn and all that kind of stuff growing over there because we farmed a lot. But for whatever reason, I had to go to that side over there. So I'm running. When I get ready to cross that creek, guess what I see in the water?
A water moccasin.
Big old one. Oh, man.
Big old cottonmouth.
You talk about somebody jumping, I probably jumped about 20 feet from one side of that
You
creek.
set the world record for the high jump, didn't you?
Just like pole vault, just jumped over that sucker and kept
right
on
over
running because I didn't want to stop to see where it was at.
And just kept on going, didn't you?
Just kept on going.
Didn't even look
There's
back,
another
did you?
time when Uncle Reuben was coming by. You don't remember your Uncle Reuben, but that's your Papa's brother. He was coming down the road and he stopped. I don't know why your Uncle Gene and I were out because the road was kind of like, we set up on kind of like a hill. And so we're out there and we see him stop. So we got to find out why he stopped. Rattlesnake, I'm probably exaggerating, maybe not, probably about that big. No, it was bigger than that. That sucker was huge. It was so big that when he run across it with his truck, just kind of like bounced.
I got money says it was that big.
Yeah, it was bigger than that. So anyway, so what's he do? He goes looking for that damn thing. I said, boy, that snake bite you and be the end of you. But we had a lot of that place where we lived, they called us Hog Island because we used to have a lot of feral hogs that lived down there. Yeah, we're just out in the country. Dirt road at that time. They finally paved it, but I think we took you by there one time. There's nothing left of the house now. I think last time we went by there when Marshall was with us, we drove down through that way.
Like recently? Or when I was younger?
A couple of years ago, yeah. So, but it's nothing about done that way. Then you used to have the flowing well about 4 or 5 miles down further.
Is that where we used to go fill up the milk jugs with water?
Yeah, it just, the water flowed all the time. They had it capped and the big old, what you call it, concrete thing like that where it just flowed into and it run off into a little creek and stuff like that. We just call it the flowing well. We go down there and wash our cars, stuff like that.
And fill up a bunch of milk jugs so you had water for the week.
Yep. So those are good times and stuff like that. So anyway.
So you grew up poor, didn't you?
Yeah, we didn't even know we were poor. We thought we were rich. Poor. Yeah, we were kind of poor. Yeah, when you work in a cotton mill and you only make $2 something an hour, you don't. Of course, back then you could buy a lot with $2,
Yeah, you could buy a lot with $2.
But my first job was with Richardson grocery store, pumping gas on the weekends and after school and stuff like that. I forgot now how much we got paid. I think like $2 a week or something like that, $5, something like that. Time to get paid. I didn't get anything because I owed it them for all the stuff I did during the week.
You owed it all to the company store.
All to the company store, yeah. That one picture I saw on Facebook this week that talk about gas stations where you used to pump the gas and clean the windshield, check the oil. That's what we did. You didn't pump your own gas.
Your brothers had a gas station, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, and remember I spent a weekend working there, or was it a week?
A weekend, I think. Yeah. That was.
Yeah, I stayed out there with Uncle Ray and went to work with him.
Yeah. And that didn't end up too good for them. That was kind of a hard time for them. Both them boys didn't know how to save money. They both go into the till and go buy a beer or something like that.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Yeah, you can laugh about it now.
Wasn't funny
laugh
back
about
then.
It then, right?
Yeah, that's right. But that's the way it was.
I hear
back in 1961.
They didn't have that gas station in 61.
No, that's a song by Charlie Pryor.
Oh.
51 rather, not 61, but 51, 1951. That's what it was in 51, after the Korean War.
Yep.
So, speaking of Korean War, I remember Sergeant Colvin. He's Fort Benning. I remember when he got deployed to Korea.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was he and his wife, and they, of course, around Seal, we had a lot of folks from Fort Benning that lived in that area. Of course, you know, rent was cheap, and we just had to get. And they were members of the Baptist church there with us. And I remember the Sunday night before he had left on Monday to go to Korea, we had church services and stuff like that. Strange how you remember some things and forget other things, right?
Yeah, it is. Because a lot of the stories that I used to tell, when I was in the Army, I was just trying to remember some stories the other day, and I'm like, I can't hardly remember because you don't tell them, so they kind of fade away.
Yeah, they do. And then when you get old, they fade even faster and even more.
Yeah, I know. And when Brenda and I went to see the Terry Clark concert, I think I told you the last time we met up with a friend of mine that I was stationed with in Germany right around the time that Brenda and I were getting married. But she was in the States and I was in Germany. And, I knew my friend Al the whole time I was at that unit. And, man, that was over 30 years ago. We met in 1993 and I left in 96. And the last time I saw him was in 96. And, I mean, he looks just the same, just a little bit grayer,
Right. But,
it was just good times. But, some of the stories I remembered, he didn't. And some of the stories he remembered, I didn't. It's funny how the memory works, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And it's fun, too. Your mom and I were talking the other day about Yokota, some of the things with Connie and Shirley and David and Mark and you and Tina and stuff like that, and just some of the memories. And I got to give a shout out to David and thank him because he sends us pictures every now and then of our time when we were in Yokota and places like that.
Yeah, he does.
Shirley and your mom were best of friends.
Yeah, they were. They hit it off like two peas in a pod.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. We're on the same plane going to Japan.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, and that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
You and David became good friends, and stayed friends. And every now and then I see him on Facebook. Him and Mark it's the same, but they lost both Shirley and Connie both in the last year, a couple of years.
Yeah, Connie was first to go, wasn't he?
Do what?
Connie, he was first to go, wasn't he?
No, Shirley was.
Shirley was?
Then Connie passed away this last year or so. Little Connie, he loved to play the cards, and he could win, too. We'd go play a little card. I'd just sit there and I'd give him my money because I knew he was going to win. I knew I was going to lose. And Connie wasn't a smoker, but when he was playing cards, he going to smoke that cigar.
Yeah, he always smoked a cigar.
Yeah. So
let me tell you something about poker. I'm not a good poker player because, like you said, some people they take all your money, and poker's probably the only game that isn't really considered gambling because you're not playing the cards, you're playing the person across from you.
Right.
You have to know people and be a student of human emotions and, facial, what they call tells, things that people do when they have a good hand, a bad hand, a specific card. They do certain things, and that's what you're playing against.
And that's what made Connie so good. He
can read people.
He's just as calm as he could be. No expression. He's watching and he knows what to do and how to do it. When Connie left the table, I guarantee you, he always had something to take with him.
Yeah, see, me, I'm not a good poker player because I don't bluff. Either I have the cards or I don't.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't bluff.
Sometimes you might get a little emotional and play something you probably shouldn't have and something like that. But those were good times, right?
Well, yeah, but that same time frame when I was in Germany, there was a group of us at work, and we would get together and play cards quite regularly. And we always had a standing rule: no matter how drunk you got, the cards talked. If you said you had three of a kind, but you really had a full house, but you were so drunk all you saw was the three, and you said three of a kind, and then somebody pulled something else and you thought you lost. No, you had a full house.
Yeah.
So we always said cards talk, no matter how drunk you got.
Exactly.
Because you're looking out for each other.
Well, that's what friends do, right?
Good friends, yeah.
That's what buddies do. There's a big difference between a friend and a buddy. A buddy got your back.
Yeah.
But he's not going to let you down. When he jumps in that foxhole with you, you can count on him.
Yeah, a friend is somebody you can call when you've been locked up. A buddy is somebody who gets locked up with you.
Exactly. Summed it up. All right.
Yeah, we got to wrap this up, man. We're over 30 minutes now. We were dragging after like 5 to 8 minutes. I was like, man, what else are we going to have to talk about? And next thing you know, man, time went by.
Yeah, let me say that. If I can leave you with another thought about our daughters, because I got one and you got three. They're like eagles. They soar above the clouds and they conquer the skies. How true that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the daughter are like arrows. They aim for the stars and never miss their star. They're strong, resilient, but beautiful and graceful human beings. So you're blessed. You got three wonderful daughters, three beautiful daughters. And I'm blessed. I have one.
I got you beat. I got three. You got one. I win.
That's right. You win. But I tell you what, between all of them, we've got what? I've got four great granddaughters. You got five. You got four.
You got how many now?
We got what, four? You got four granddaughters or five? You got six. Yeah, you got six.
I have six.
So that means I got six great granddaughters, four granddaughters.
You got great granddaughters. Great.
Right. What did I say?
Great granddaughters.
You know how it is when you're getting old. I guess I'm going to keep these out so I can start counting and keep track of what the hell I'm doing.
All right, old man.
That's good. That's a good note to end on.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
We'll see you next time. And I'll get a hold of you this week, let you know. Hopefully we'll have Andrea on next Sunday.
All right.
That'd be fun. And we'll get her to tell some of those shenanigans and a lot about the adoption family. What a great family, the Whataburger family.
Absolutely. All right. Yep. Y'all take care, everybody.
Love you guys. Love you, son.
Love you too, Dad. This is the two old farts saying goodbye.
Have a good week, everybody.
All right. Take care, everybody.
See you.